Welcome back, everybody. This is OGDarkSpyder with another episode. This time we're going to discuss ways to make money. Uh, like, I feel like these are the quickest ways to make money uh, any time of the game. Now, I just started. This is medium. You don't own any property. You start with 1.5 million. Um, I don't own anything yet. I just started. So, what we're going to do, this is just one of the ways that if you want to play the game but make some passive, some money, you're going to have to spend a little bit. And you got 1.5 million. But if you don't want to buy all the land and then lease all the equipment and things of that nature, there are a couple different ways to make money without using actual money mods. Um, I think one of the easiest ways, you're gonna if you're gonna go in and do your contracts, which that's the way I started playing the game. I just went in, started doing all the contracts. I mean, that's 475, 4590, 2715, 2832. Not a bunch of mad money, but it gets you started, right? So you can run off and do those. But before you do, this is what I would suggest if you want to just start making some passive money. Not even really passive, it's just money. So we're going to go to farmland. And I generally buy this property first. This is where you start. It was $156,000. All right, so like I said, you're going to spend a little bit. Now, you could probably find a cheaper one. Like I think that one's 140. All these are fairly high. That one's 56, but this gives you room to do a few things on that you're going to do to make your little bit of money on the side while you're still doing contracts. Now, we just spent 156. What we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit of that money back. Because I never use these. There's 25,000. We're going to sell it. We're going to sell this barn for another 50. Now, unfortunately, this building is just a decoration. You don't get anything, but we're going to get rid of it anyway. So we just made back 75,000 of the 156 that we spent. Now, everybody knows that landscaping cost, but you can't just leave these big gaping holes there. I mean, I guess you could, but we're not going to. I'm going to fill these in real quick. Smooth it out a little bit. Come over here, we're going to fill this in. All right. Now, you can go over here and you can kind of soften this hill a little bit if you want to. I don't really feel like it's necessary. Really? But you can. And this swing set, if you want to get rid of it, my bad. You have to go to demolish, I think, on the swing set. You can't just click it. Yeah, if you try to right stick click it, you can't. You have to hit demolish on it. There it goes. And just remove it if you want to get it out of the way. It's not really in our way. All right, so how are we going to make some money that's good money while we're doing our contracts? Go to production. Now you're going to have to get the mod. We're going to go to production. We're going to go to greenhouses. Now there's two different ones. I'm going to tell you. This is the coffee production mod. Don't go with that magic bean because I'm going to tell you that it won't load your map. There's two different ones. Um, this is the better one because it'll allow you to load the map. Now, you still got 1.3 million, call 1.4 million dollars. Now, we're going to go with just two because you got to remember that you still got to pay for liquid fertilizer with these because it takes water, liquid fertilizer. Liquid fertilizer is actually pretty expensive in the game. And you're going to need 3,000 liters per greenhouse. So we're just going to put in two for now. Okay? Because we still got to figure out how we're going to get the liquid fertilizer. We got to figure out how we're going to get it over here. So, you're probably going to spend a little bit more money. All right. So now that that's done, we need some water. We're going to go to silo extensions. Go over. It's right here. This is an automatic water for animals and greenhouse mod. It gives you 1 billion water. Now, if you notice that this is where the pallets will come out if you want to do pallets, but we're not going to use pallets, but we're still going to put the water over here. Now, the pumps work a pretty good ways away. So right about, land's not owned by you, but let's go down here. Okay, so about there. So you could put it all the way over here and it would still reach. But what's the point in all that for now? We're just going to put it right here. It cost you $5,000. It's 3 slots. No big deal. You know, we're only at 1082 at 4400 on this map. So we're in pretty good shape. Now we need what? We need a tractor or a truck. Let's go take a look and see what we can get. Let's go to trucks. Let's just take a look and see if it would be cheaper to get. Okay, so there's a $82,119. All right, and then if you go to this thing, that's going to cost you another. It's only 4,500. It holds a lot. Now you don't have to. We're not going to fill it up because we can't afford to fill it up. I mean, we could, but we're not. So you're talking what, $86,000? You know, a tractor. You can get a cheap tractor, small tractor. There's an electric one. There's that one. But it may not pull a heavy load. It may not be enough. So I think we're just going to go with the truck. We're going to go with TLX Phoenix. Now it's going to cost us a little bit more than 82,000 by the time we're done. We can go with standard if we wanted to, but we need to at least go to this. If you don't go to this, you can't attach the tanker to the back of it. Now we're at 85,000. I am going to do this. That's 30. Now we're at 118. We really don't need that much. So let's just go with standard. It's 485 horsepower. It goes 52 miles an hour. That's good enough for me. The tires don't cost us there. That does. Black belt doesn't cost us. Decals don't cost us. Lighting's 2,000. But we can always come back and customize later. You know, if we're talking about trying to just save us a little bit of money and just get us going, we can come back later for any of this. Okay. We don't even have to paint it if we don't want to, but I'm going to paint it. It's not that bad to paint it. We're at 90,000. Vinyls there aren't any vinyls on it. Frame. We're going to go with jet black. Room color, we're going to go with jet black. And of course our license plate. So we're at $91,000. So we're going to spend about $100,000. Now you could lease it. If you look at the lease, it's going to cost you $19.15 an hour. Workday is $912. I just don't find it's worth it. I'm just going to purchase it. Okay, there it is. Now we're going to go back out. We're going to click there. We're going to go to here. We're going to go to the 82,000. Well, we could stick with the 18,200 if you wanted to. Because that's an extra $15,000. We really don't need the 820,000 right now. 18,200 is going to be plenty for what we need. Let's just go with standard. Main color. Let's chrome it out. Design color. Now this is going to be liquid fertilizer, so let's go with a nice green. All right, done. All right, so again, we spent a little bit, but like I said, you're going to have to spend a little in the beginning to get this to work. All right. Now, and then we're going to go over the second way to make money as soon as we're done here. All right, so now we got to get some liquid fertilizer. Now it takes 3,000 liters per greenhouse. So let's go inside. We're going to go to pallets, liquid fertilizer. I don't know of any silos on Elm Creek that sell liquid fertilizer. So you have to buy it in the pallets. And these are 2,000 liters each. So let's do, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's a 12,000 liters right there. All right, let's go fill her up. I can tell a big difference in this truck when you don't maximize the engine out on it. So let's fill this sucker up. Now, like I said, you're gonna have to spend a little. We spent a little bit of money, but we're still at $1.25 million. You know, $1,259,000 and what eight. You know, so we're doing okay. This takes a minute, but I promise you it's going to pay off. Just we're gonna speed up time, and I'm going to show you this is going to pay off. We should be able to make back everything we spent, because one day in the game is 1 month, because I haven't changed that, so it's 1 month. So we should make all of our money plus some back. But there is also one other item we have to get, because you can't sell coffee while that's filling. If you go look at, here it is. Let's go all the way down. Let's find our coffee. It's towards the bottom, because this is, I guess, a newer item. Here it is, coffee bean raw. No selling point available. Okay, we're gonna fix that. Now you can do, when you download the mod, it gets a coffee roaster that you can send the coffee beans to and roast them, but you have to put diesel in it, and you know diesel's fairly expensive too. So I don't use that. We're going to use something that's going to be way less, and I'm going to show you the difference. There we go. Now we're filled up. Let's go put this in our greenhouses. Let's get our greenhouses ready to start making us some money. This thing's slow if you don't upgrade it. That's okay though. Elm Creek's a pretty good map to get started on. I think it's I like this map pretty good. All right. Now where the water thing is where you're going to put in the fertilizer. Okay. Just stroll on up there. We're going to hit right bumper, start overloading. So it's going to take 3,000 liters per greenhouse. Now I will tell you, if you leave this truck here, it will automatically keep refilling it as it goes on, and I'm gonna do it on this next one to show you. All right. Now we can fill up both of them one more time before we have to refill our liquid fertilizer. All right. So let's go and let's take care of construction. We're gonna go back to production. We're gonna go to selling points. Let's get in here and I will show you the difference between there's the coffee shop where you can actually sell your roasted coffee beans to, but it gets 28 slot points. Okay, I mean it's decent money, but I'm going to show you the difference in price. Okay, here's to sell everything. This is a mod. It's a sell everything mod. It's 3 slot points, and it costs you $1,000. All right, we're gonna put it right here because it doesn't really matter. If you want to know what the other one is, so buildings, we're gonna go. I'm sorry. Let's go back to production. Sorry, we're going back into factories to find that coffee roaster, and I'm going to show you the big difference. Why I don't use the roaster. Well, one is diesel. I don't want. I tried to make my own diesel, and I can do a video on it to show you. But when you select the crude oil mod, and you go into this map, or any other map that I've played so far, it glitches, and every time you try to empty a trailer while using a tractor, your tractor dumps its fuel out in a canister on the ground. I need to do a video on that so I can show everybody, I guess, but it drives me nuts. So this coffee roaster, gotta find it in here. Why didn't I find a coffee roaster? here. There it is. So it's 26 slot points. It takes the raw coffee beans and diesel. Now it's an ongoing thing too. So, and you know, diesel is, like I say, is fairly expensive. So unless you can make your own, you know, so there's the. I didn't uncheck the crude oil, so I could probably do it on this video if I wanted to, but it'll make me dump out my tractor. It'll make you dump the fuel out of your tractor with that mod checked. All right, but anyway, so we've got our cell all. We're filled up. Let's go to pause. Let's go to productions. All right, now look. So your sell everything for raw coffee beans is $5,560 per 1,000 liters. Now, if you go to the roasted, it's only 2,730. So of course we're going to sell those. It's one of the few items I feel like in the game that's not better to have more production chains on. So it's definitely one of the higher items. I mean, it's higher than. I think the only thing that I've seen higher was gold. For that, there's a mod for the gold. There's one 11,000 for gold ore. Okay, but if you go down a little further and look at gold itself, I mean, look at copper, 16,000 for every 1,000 liters. Silicon's 14,000. So, but I mean, if you want to get into all that, but anyway, so we've got everything settled here, right? All right, so we're gonna go back and we're gonna look at what we spent. Right now, we're at $242,000 we spent this month, and we haven't done any contracts or anything. All right, so let's get these guys rolling here. Sell, sell. It's only going to sell to the only place it can sell, so we don't have to worry about that. So we've got our water in there, we've got our liquid fertilizer in there. Now let's go speed up some time and see where we're at. We're going to bump up to 360 here. Let's go and watch sold products. Sold products. Oh, we got to go down for that. There it is. So we're at 14,812 right now. All right. Now, see, I told you, it's see how it's using the truck to keep refilling that greenhouse. All right, look at that, 63,515 as it's selling our coffee beans. We're already down to 178,488 that we spent it. So we're going to make our money back pretty darn quick. And the whole time you're out doing contracts, and while you're doing your contracts, make a little bit of money. You're leasing their equipment, so you're not really spending any of your own money. And you know as well as I do that the base game machines that you're going to lease are pretty slow, so it's going to take you some time. But if you're like me and you speed the game up, you know, when you're done with everything, and now you see we're at 137, 224. 4 o'clock in the afternoon, almost 4:30. We're at 161. So now we're down to $80,000 that we spent. Look at our money. So our balance is 1.4 and 1.9. We've almost made back all of our money that we spent already. So you spent, so we'll call it $250,000, and you made that money back in half a day. There, we're down to 31,000. Not even half a day, really, if you think about it. Coffee is the way to go. So now it's, you know, 8 o'clock at night now, almost. There it is, 8 o'clock. And now we're positive $17,761. So total sold products was $259,766 so far, and now we're at positive 17,000. Okay, we're going to keep going because we're going to let this go overnight, because I don't like to work in the dark because I just think it's too dark. There are some areas in the game where you can see okay. We're going to back this up though, and we're going to let this other greenhouse get some fertilizer. There it goes. Oh, and look at that, $333,000 in products, sold products. We're at $91,296. Is it mad money? No, but that's pretty good money for only two. and you only spent $20 in property maintenance and $2 in production cost. And now we have more money than we had when we started the game, of course. Now you're at 50,000. So your total that you made the day before was $91,000 after you spent 250. Now you're at $50,000 to start the new day, and it's only 3 o'clock in the morning. And like I said, we only added two. Now you can add two more. You've got the trailer for it. If not, go back and we can customize this trailer and put it to 820,000 liters. Spend the money and get your greenhouses going. Add two more. You're just going to double what you've already done. So it's about 6 in the morning. We're going to give it another hour here before the sun comes up. We're at 1.7 million. All right, let's slow it back down. All right. So already we've made $171,000 for September, and we're just starting the day. So, like I said at the beginning, you're going to spend a little bit of money, but as you can plainly see, you're going to get that money back quick. So the mod is worth it. You can use these on, I've used them on any map so far. Coffee just makes you tons of money and gives you the opportunity to go do other things like logging, or whatever else you want to do. It just, it's a good substitute. Like, see, when you start the game, apparently we had a $5,000 loan. So we're going to hit triangle. No, it's just telling you could repay it if you borrowed it. So, 171, 191. And we still didn't even use all of our liquid. We're going to pop right up here. We're going to refill this one. So there you go, guys. That is one way to make money without having any big money cheats or anything like that. It really is just a good way to do it. Besides just doing contracts. And now you're free to go do contracts. You can buy yourself a better piece of equipment if you don't want to lease everything. It really just depended on the equipment, really. I mean, for the most part on these smaller contracts, I don't mind using their equipment. It wasn't a big deal. They're not huge fields. Now, when you get to the big giant fields, I would sometimes use my own equipment. I just didn't want to use their junk. But baling, why not? Just go out there and do it and get it done. That's almost $7,000. Another 6,800, so 7,000. There's 1,000. So go do all these contracts. So there's another 7,000. That's harvesting parsnips. So keep going. There's 676. There's another 5,600. So there's plenty to do while your greenhouses are making you mad money. All right. So we talked about using contracts to make money. That's what you're going to do in the meantime when you first start. Just do all the contracts. Now, people will tell you that you can also go in and look at your farmland. I'm going to go ahead and check everything off here. So we're going to look at growth. Okay, so these two are ready to harvest. This is ready to harvest, 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 harvest. And let's see what they are. So this is grass. So they would tell you to go in and buy this for $680,000, mow the grass, get it back and ready for the next one, and then sell it. So not only do you get to get all the grass or silage or whatever you're getting off that field, and then you sell it back and you're making your money back. I don't sell them back. If I buy it, I keep it. I mean, my goal generally is to take over the whole map and just have one giant farm. But to each their own. That is another way to make really good money. Buy it, harvest it, sell the field back. If you don't want to do that, the other two ways that you can make money, these are a little bit more of a cheat. You're going to go to generators. Now you have two different signs. Municipal subsidy for $8,400 a month. Now you can put as many of these signs out as you want to. Okay, this is 8.4 million a month. You put these out, and every month you're going to make that much money. Every hour they'll give you a little bit of cash too. Now, okay, let's pretend like you don't want money trickling in. You just want mad cash now, right? That's what you want. Well, when you download this mod for automatic water for animals and greenhouses, this water pump, it tells you to be careful when if you accidentally place it in the wrong spot. So we're gonna put that there, and we're gonna put that one there. And now you're thinking to yourself, well, darn, I don't want those there, or whatever. Maybe you put them there on purpose just because you wanted to sell them. So we're gonna sell it. Now watch your money, top right corner. $125,771,000 for that water pump. We're gonna sell the other one. There's another $125,771,000. All right. So we definitely aren't going to be hurting for money now. Okay, because the game considers those silo extensions. So the water that's in it, when you sell that silo extension, you're also selling the product inside, which happens to be 1 billion in water. So that's why it's so much money. Now, if you do it a little bit differently, it can be upwards of $300,000. So, like if you put down, like I say, you're just starting the game, you want to get some quick cash, put down any greenhouse, put down the water pump, sell your greenhouse first, then sell your water pump. Generally, it'll net you about $300 million. And trust me, you're not going to need money for a long time, and you have a lot of freedom to do whatever you want to do. So guys, those are the ways to make money. Obviously, you can go do logging, you can cut down trees with a chainsaw, but for me, I think that takes a little longer. Coffee is a pretty quick way to make, you know, what I consider like passive income once you've got it all settled. And then of course, you've got the signs, and then you got the water pump. So those are really good ways to make money in this game. And then you're free just to run your farm as you like. I like to do the coffee because I don't feel like it's quite such a huge, sell a water pump cheat, sell and get the money. At least with coffee, I got to work for it a little bit. I got to purchase it. I got to, give it liquid fertilizer, so forth, so forth. So, but it is good money. It's really good money. Generally, on any farm, I run between 4 and 8 coffee greenhouses alongside the olive greenhouses, and then generally I run a grain farm with grass so I can feed my cows. But there you have it, guys. That's how you can make money in this game and do it quickly, fairly quickly, or slowly. Contracts are always a good way to start. Get your greenhouses in, get 1 or 2 of them in, start making you some money on the side while you're still doing contracts to get yourself moving. I didn't know about any of this when I first started playing, and I mean, I finally got to like $2 million and I was able to actually start getting someplace. But the greenhouses are a good way to get you kind of boosted a little bit and get you going. Guys, thanks for watching. That's all I got for you on this one. If you'll do me a favor, like and subscribe and follow me so you can get more content. I'm going to be putting out more and more content. I hope you guys like this video. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. If I missed anything, let me know. Or if you disagree, let me know. Let's talk about it. But again, thanks for watching. You guys have a great afternoon and have fun gaming.